Hey everyone, it's Zach, and today we are trying to get a Master Ball rank ribbon for this Urshifu team. I have played some battles off stream, and I have not been doing too well, so hopefully we do a little better. We've been using Urshifu, Terrakion, Amoonguss, Incineroar, Whimsicott, and Duraludon. One of the problems I'm running up against is just one NDD female and hyper offense. My team has answers to it, but it's one of those ones where I can either beat up or set tailwind. I really haven't been giving myself the opportunities that I need to do well. So here we see Umbreon, Dragapult, Inteleon, Tyranitar, Hatterene, and Raichu. I would not mind Urshifu and Incineroar in the lead. Actually, no. Let's lead Amoonguss. And we'll do Duraludon and Incineroar in the back. I'm worried about seeing that Trick Room option, but I do think we see Inteleon turn 1. And if we see Inteleon, it's probably Inteleon Raichu for the Lightning Rod, which is why I didn't bring Terrakion, because Inteleon can just really one-shot Terrakion, especially if we don't outspeed it. So things like Nuzzle and all that are not the best choice. I am also worried about Urshifu's. So we see the Inteleon and Raichu. So I think here Max Steel Spike isn't really doing anything. So I kind of want to just bring down their special defense and try to get a Spore off into Inteleon. I want to say we see a fake out from the Raichu, probably into the Amoonguss slot. And I believe we're outsped by Inteleon. And we're going to see the Inteleon Gigantamax. So even if we did choose a redirection, Inteleon would have ignored that either way. So I'm curious to see what this Raichu wants to do. Because it could Nuzzle, it could just Thunderbolt and go for big damage. And we're actually going to see the Max Airstream come out into the Urshifu. So they doubled into the Urshifu more than likely. And we'll actually see a Nuzzle into the Amoonguss. So we're going to max Flutterby for some damage, and not only that, but to, oh wow, but to drop the special attack. And Amoonguss gets paralyzed. Awesome. So I don't believe we are living. Just want to get damage into that Inteleon. And let's try to get a Rage Powder off, because it has to use its G-Max Water move to hit Urshifu. And we'll actually see a Max Darkness. And a Thunder come out. And we'll just max Flutterby again. and get some damage off into that Inteleon slot. So I think here... we try to get the defensive... No, let's do that again. So as long as Amoonguss doesn't get a full para, which we just got. Okay, goodbye Urshifu. And actually you target into the Amoonguss. Hopefully the Colbur Berry is enough to hang on. Yeah. And we'll probably see a Thunder come out into the Urshifu. And Urshifu actually avoids. So we are able to take out the Raichu. And we'll see the Dragapult. So I just want... let's just go for the Iron Head and let's switch in Incineroar. And we'll get an Intimidate off and get Amoonguss some health back. And that will give us Fake Out Pressure. And Eject Pack, wow. Which means it's not Clear Body, which is not something you see a lot. And the Iron Head is going to hit Tyranitar really well, but we might activate a weakness policy. And there's that weakness policy. And our safety goggles is going to prevent Incineroar from taking damage. So I want to say here we could see a double protect. So I just want to Surging Strikes and then fake out the Inteleon, because the Inteleon is going to outspeed the Urshifu. Okay, and we do get some good damage and we're able to take out this Tyranitar. So I think here we have to bring back in Amoonguss. So once again, I just want to... well, actually... let's U-turn the Inteleon. And then... bring Amoonguss back in. Because you're more than likely... like, you would use a water move against Incineroar. Snipe Shot. Does so much. Oh, crit. Sniper. So I want to say we see a double into the Duraludon here. So I just want to try to get a Spore off and protect. Let's see, Shadow Ball. So you're special, Dragapult. And we're actually going to see the ally switch. And a Dark Pulse will go out into Duraludon, but we protect. So I think the safest thing we can do here is Thunderbolt, and we are actually going to switch in Incineroar. We'll get an Intimidate off, which we now know that this Dragapult's special, so that really shouldn't matter. And we'll see an Air Slash come out. Dragapult takes its first turn of sleep, and we are able to Thunderbolt. Our Sandstorm subsides. But I feel like here we just go for the Draco Meteor and then Darkest Lariat. Two super effective moves, so either way, hopefully this Dragapult takes the hit and the battle is going to be canceled, and I finally break this losing streak I've been on. And we have our Master Rank ribbon for our team, so we will probably move on to our next team because I've been using this for a couple episodes now, but let's continue into the next one. And we finally move up. We move up like 200 spots, and we have our next opponent being at a 7,000 rating. So we got a lot going on here with the Clefairy, Rotom Heat, Braviary, Weavile, Rillaboom, and Mimikyu. So I could see a weakness policy Braviary coming out with Ice Shard from Weavile. I think here I want to lead Duraludon and Incineroar. I think with the flying and the Rotom Heat, I really can't leave Terrakion. And we'll bring Urshifu in the back. So we will see the Weavile Braviary lead. So we do get the Intimidate off, but we do activate Defiant. And I think here, like, we have to go for the Max Lightning and fake out into the Weavile. Because if not, this Braviary is just going to run away with the match. We'll see us Dynamax first. So that is very hopeful to our chances. And hopefully we are able to one-shot this Braviary. Because if not, either way, we are activating the weakness policy. And Weavile is going to get the fake out first. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh, and it's a crit. Well, we gave it a Defiant boost, so. So our best bet here is to Rock Slide and probably Flare Blitz the Weavile. We'll see another close combat. That should one-shot the Terrakion. Yep. And we'll see a triple axle come out. And land all 3 hits. And we will Flare Blitz the Weavile, probably bringing it down to a Sash. Yep. Pickpocket, that's really interesting. So I think here's where we see the Dynamax and probably a Max Airstream going to Urshifu. But no, you're just going to target down the Incineroar. And an Icy Wind to slow me down. We'll see how Surging Strikes does. Actually does really good. But we did see a defense drop. We did see 3 defense drops from close combat. Okay, so we have Rillaboom. We'll probably see a Grassy Glide. Let's go ahead and U-turn to see how much damage we can get off. This Rillaboom's probably AV. And we just get one shot. Okay. I just made a bad lead. Knowing that I was going to see Braviary, I still led Incineroar, hoping to get the fake out off. But it still outsped our Duraludon, so Whimsicott probably would have been a better bring. But that was a quick one, so we can do a third one. And we're back down to basically where we started. Okay, next up we have Big Belly Boss with what looks like a possible Trick Room setup. I think we have to bring Amoonguss with the possible Trick Room. We could also see Anger Point come out from Crocodile. So we're going to see Amoonguss and Porygon too. So our best chances here of preventing Trick Room is to Fake Out and Max Knuckle. So let's go ahead and Max Knuckle and get that Fake Out off into Amoonguss. Although now that I think about it, if they switch into a Lonely Marowak, we're just totally going to whiff this. Okay, good call. That was really the best play my opponent could make. And I should have predicted that in all honesty. So here I have to hope to take out Amoonguss because it's going to Rage Powder. Marowak actually protects. So you're just trying to stall out the Dynamax. You take it relatively well. And hopefully this Flare Blitz will be enough to hit Amoonguss. Oh, and we just miss it. We do get the burn. And you're going to go ahead and Spore. Okay. So I'm going to try to hit the Alola Marowak pretty hard because Trick Room won't be as good. And if you leave the Amoonguss in, you're going to go down to burn. So they're probably going to switch the Amoonguss out. And we're going to go ahead and see the Alola Marowak Dynamax. And I would have to say, turn 1, like, you should target the Incineroar. And you actually don't, you actually opt to keep the Amoonguss and let it go down. But safety goggles will ignore that. So your Amoonguss will go down. And you choose to go after the Terrakion, and Terrakion will actually live. So here we'll probably see the Trick Room go up. So I just want to close combat on the chance of waking up. And Darkest Lariat to hopefully bring this Marowak a little closer to being taken out. Terrakion wakes up. We land the close combat, do good damage. But Porygon 2 does have Recover. And Terrakion will go down to Life Orb Chip. We are able to take out the Marowak before it can hit us. So this is as good as it gets. And the Trick Room will go up. I'm curious to see who's the last Mon. I think here we bring in Amoonguss. So we've both lost our Dynamax, didn't get full use of them. Primarina. So I think here we Spore. And then I kind of want to like switch out Incineroar. I'm worried about a Hyper Voice though. And we'll see an ally switch. So we'll get a Spore off into the Porygon, which isn't bad either. And we'll see that Hyper Voice come out. Urshifu will take that really well because with Liquid Voice, it's a water attack. And here we can just Spore the Primarina because we outspeed it in Trick Room. And will U-turn be enough? We have to hope so. Keeping that Amoonguss in the back was the best play we could have done. And also, thank goodness Terrakion woke up. Oh, and it's just not enough. So both these Pokemon have taken one turn of sleep. And I think here we can just Giga Drain the Primarina, and we'll fake out to get the priority on the Porygon just in case it wakes up. And we won't give it the chance to. And we'll be able to Giga Drain the Primarina. And it is bulky. We are able to heal back with Amoonguss. And Primarina stays asleep. So here I want a Parting Shot to bring down its special attack. And just keep getting damage off on it. And Primarina is actually going to wake up. And Moonblast into the Incineroar. It will live. And we'll go ahead and drop its attack and special attack. So how many more? Okay, so Trick Room is over. So here I want to Rage Powder and Iron Head. You have to use Hyper Voice to do spread damage, but Urshifu takes that very well. And we can just do the same thing again and knock out the Primarina. So we are able to get ourselves another win, thank goodness. Okay, so I think I'm going to end it here. If you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. Give me advice on what you think I could do better down in the comments below. And if you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe. Liking the video always helps. And I think when playing with this team, it's been a while since I jumped on. So the first couple matches, I was making my calls based on what I thought they were going to lead, but I wasn't factoring in like how they would respond to my play. So it's just something where it's just like, oh, well, I see this, so I'm going to click these two. And it didn't work out so well, but we were able to pull out 2 wins today. I don't know how we did it. I really liked how we were able to handle that Trick Room. Thankfully, Terrakion woke up. Things would have been a lot different if it didn't. But anyways, I'm Zach, and I'll see you guys in the next one.